And it does look like I'm having some upload speed issues, but let's see what happens. So on YouTube and Reddit and Facebook, what this is, I had dried out this entire slide with some tardigrades on it for 12 to 24 hours, and they were all dried and they were all in a little ball with no movement. And you could see there's no other life on this slide at this point. They had worms and other things on it. So now it's 48 hours later, and these two right here are still hydrating. This one actually came back to life probably overnight tonight. So this one took 36 to 48 hours to rehydrate and come back. And now he's dragging along a a big piece of Spirogyra. And you can see the other two right here. There's some other ones on here that are dried out also, but I'm going to finish time. I've been time lapsing them, of course. This one I didn't get the time lapse because I didn't see him at all. I didn't see this one anywhere. So, but it was, the whole slide was dried out, so I know he came back. And is that another one? This one up to the top left right here looks like, is that another one? Let me see. Go to my close up here. That looks like a tardigrade also. This one has a lot of color in it, so he might be coming back soon. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Now these two were tiny, tiny ones right here. So I'm not sure if drying them out when they're such babies, if that hurts them or not. But we'll watch for a couple more days. And you can see this slide almost before I dried this out. Before I dried this out, they had tons of life on here. I mean, they were just things swimming all around, worms, paramecium, amoebas. Now, since I let it dry out, it's only I just opened my garage door. I'm gonna see if that helps with the stream any. Looks, that straw right there is, have seen them eating it. Now they usually can go a while without eating, so really there's a couple of some stuff other than that they'll eat. See that brown speck right there in the middle? They tend to like that stuff. But yeah, that Spirogyra. The thing is, I can't add. I'll do. So I can't see how my stream's doing. It looks like my Reddit stream might be having a little trouble keeping up the bandwidth, but it looks pretty good right now. But I do see it keeps going way down, so it might be sticking a little bit. Yeah, Reddit and YouTube's freezing. Yeah, it does look like I have I'm having some bandwidth trouble, lady. It's like right now it's 400 right spot. Usually I get pretty decent bandwidth here. So let me go check that. I'll be right back. Everything looks okay. I'm gonna try to jump on the speed test and see what my upload speed is here. Because if I keep having trouble, I'll probably stop the YouTube and Facebook feeds and just use the Reddit. What happens here? I can't tell what my, let me look on my Facebook page here. Yeah, I might end that YouTube one. Hang on. Yeah, it looks like Reddit, my stream is pretty good, so the bandwidth is fine. So let's just keep it how it is right now. And so that is our tardigrade right here. That was rehydrated after I dried him out for about 24 hours, and then 36 and 40. Everyone on this slide looked about like that. It's when I added water back. So I'm gonna keep an eye on those and just see what we got here. And let me go over to Streamlabs. Whoop, what happened here? The YouTube stream seems to be going well here. Have my volume up and don't hear you talking. I can hear you on the YouTube stream. No kidding. So do you not hear my voice here? Let me see. Let me see, maybe. Well, I can't. I hope y'all can hear me on here. If not, let me see if I have to add an audio. Are you kidding me? Okay, so hopefully all that time I wasn't muted on on Reddit. If I was, sorry about that. So I've been streaming now for about 15 minutes, and I think I was muted on Reddit. Nobody could hear me. So if you're wondering what this is, these tardigrades, I dried them out. Thanks, lady. There you go. So what this is, I dried these tardigrades out. I let them dry for about 24 hours, and all the life on the slide died. The tardigrades shrunk up into little balls. Then I put some water in it and let them come back. And this one that's moving around took about 36 hours, between 36 and 48 hours to come back. And there's several other ones on here, like he's jumping on right now, that haven't come all the way back yet. They are stretching, and they do look like they're getting more color in them, but so far they don't show any life. I've been time lapsing them also, so. So this one came back with a vengeance. So this little tardigrade is moving out. He's doing really well. And I need to get my R pan a little better. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is go to lower power, about 40x here, and we're going to scan this slide and see what we see. See if we see anything else here. So you can see that was the edge of the original dried up spot right there. See all this? I didn't get any water on there, so that was dried up. You can see an amoeba right there. Looks like it's dead. So all this was dry, and this is kind of how the tardigrades, that might be a tardigrade right there. Yeah, these are real. Somebody said, are these real? Yeah, this is happening live right now. With a kitty cat in the room. You hear my kitty cat? Hey, kitty cat, you jealous, huh? You jealous of the tardigrades? So what we're going to do is, we're just going to scan this slide to see if we could see any other tardigrades trying to come back to life after I dried them all out. Yeah, the kitty cat. He comes in, she gets jealous when I'm streaming. So you can see down here, this is what it looked like when it was dried out, all this stuff right here. And this is my water that I put on later. That's tardigrade eggs right there also, but they looking pretty good. They looking pretty good. So let's see what we can see on those later. So what we're doing is just looking for other signs of life. And you can see, if you were here a couple of days ago, and I might put a stream together, a video together of how this slide looked. This slide was really active. They had tons of creatures on it. And then when I dried it out, they all went away. They all died, except it looks like the tardigrades, which was the experiment. Some of them had started to come back. So here's one that did come back to life after about 36 hours. Then you got a couple of other ones that, like this one right here, that are just kind of still dormant. So we're going to see if I killed them or not. Supposedly, but I got to tell you, from looking at these over the past 2 days, they are getting a little more color to them and a little more structure. So we'll keep an eye on these. I've even been time lapsing them. Maybe he's going to go over there and wake him up. A lot of color. He kind of looks a little strange though. So here's another one. So what we're going to do during the day, we're going to keep our eye on these, and we'll keep adding water back, because you can see how this one's right on the edge of the water. More water. This guy right here looks like he's got a mad face on. He looks like he's mad that I dried him out. Hey, Kenro. Hey, thanks, Slide Trip. All good on Twitch. Yeah, so I'm going back and forth between apps, so I might miss your comments. If I do, sorry. I'll come back and forth. So this one's dormant also, but I guarantee you, when I first started coming back, so far I only see one that came all the way back. Let's keep scanning this real quick. Oh, there's two. So I got two. So this one came back also. So that's good. I was time-lapsing did. So let's see if another one came back. So we got two that dried out for 24 hours. And see, there's one right there that's still dormant or dead. I mean, I guess they can kill them. So I got to keep adding drops of water to the slide so it doesn't dry out again. There's another one. So as you can see, this is the dry part of the slide. This is the part where when they dried out, this is what it looked like right here. And I don't see any tardigrades on here. See how it looks like a beach? So this is the dry part of the cell. Slide. So this is the dry part of the slide, and look at this tardigrade right here. So this one right here is dried out, and what I'm going to do is, usually they go into a ball. I'll add more water to these guys and see if we can get him to move around later. So I know where he is. So what I'll do is go back over here. Hey, kitty cat. You're jealous. So this one right here, what I'll do is, yeah, they can reproduce sexually or asexually. A lot of species have both sex organs. So right now I'm just going to try to find one of these tardigrades. So we have something to look at. Hang on. Let me scan. Scanning. Come on, tardigrade, where you at? So there's about 6 of them on here that are dormant still after adding the water 24 hours ago. 48 hours ago. And you got a couple of them that are moving around. So this right here, you got one that's came back, and see that one right there? He's still stuck in his sleep mode. These two right here are in their sleep mode. Yeah, they should be. Well, this one right here, lady, this one right here was, everything on this slide was dried out for 24 hours. And it was barren. 8 hours. Water back. And you can see that nothing on here is alive except these two tardigrades we found. Let me get my... Let's see. Yeah, this one's active, probably looking for food. All the food dried out. Looks like my like for some reason it's frozen. So I don't think I have enough bandwidth. So thanks for coming by, and I'll post on YouTube when I'm finished with the time lapse that he's